So hi everyone, today we are going to build a complete dietary app that generates personalized recipes without writing code from the scratch, and we will be using AI tools to go from visual inspiration to a fully working app step by step. And this workflow is especially useful if you are exploring AI assisted development, agentic tools, or modern no code and low code app building. So let's start from the very first step, that is designing the interface using the AI. So what you need to do is you need to open your Google Stitch, and step one is generating visual inspiration, and this step is critical. So the more visual context we give AI, the better the final app output would be. And text alone is never enough. So for this, I will be using Google Stitch. And what is Google Stitch exactly? It is basically an AI UI generator. So now I'll just be entering a prompt here. So let me just paste a prompt. Now that I have pasted my prompt, I'm just going to click on generate button. But before I send in the prompt, I want to tell you what the prompt actually is. So what I wrote is, please help me create a modern and clean user interface for a dietary app that generates personalized recipes. The app should have recipe feed, ingredients list, and nutritional information. Now let's just click on generate button. So what would this do is, Stitch will now generate multiple UI concepts, and I'm looking for something like clean layouts, clear recipe cards, ingredient sections, and a color palette that feels fresh and health focused. And once I find a design that I like, I will take a screenshot, and this screenshot becomes my visual reference for building the app. So let me just wait for the output, and then I'll show you the next steps. Now, as you can see, we already have our output. So now what we are going to do is we're going to convert this design into a high quality engineered prompt. That is because vague prompts lead to weak apps, and detailed prompts create predictable and high quality results. So what you need to do is you need to click a screenshot, then you need to go on Claude, and you need to paste your image over here and also use this prompt. So I have pasted the prompt over here, which is basically I want to build a dietary app that generates personalized recipes. Using this screenshot as a visual reference, help me create a detailed prompt for Antigravity that includes the core app's core features, the UI design specifications, and the user flow. Make it specific and actionable. So I'm just going to click on the send button over here. So Claude will now generate me a comprehensive prompt covering the core features, UI design rules, user flow, component structure, color, and layout guidelines. And that's how you end up getting a strong prompt. And remember, strong prompt would always lead to strong apps. And if you enter weak or vague prompts, it is just gonna mess your app up. So just be careful about that. Now, basically, what you need to do is you need to save this output because this becomes the exact prompt that we will be using inside the anti-gravity. So, let me just paste or copy all of this. Now that I have copied all of this, I'll just open my anti-gravity. So I have already downloaded Antigravity. So what I'm going to do is I have already created a folder that is app using vibe coding. So I will open that folder, and within the agent I'll just be pasting my prompt over here. So as you can see, at the bottom of the anti-gravity over here, there's a toggle between the fast mode and the planning mode. So we will always start in a plan mode because plan mode forces anti-gravity to think first, design the architecture, and create a proper implementation plan before writing any code. So now, after you have pasted your Claude generated prompt, uh, Antigravity will analyze the requirements and generate a structured plan for the app. So let's see how it proceeds with that. So I'm just going to click on send button. So before approving, I will just quickly review the plan to ensure it includes the recipe generation logic, the ingredient and nutrition sections, a clean UI structure, and component-based layout. And once everything looks good, I will approve the plan. So as I can see, everything looks good. It includes everything. So I'm just going to accept the implementation plan. What will happen is it creates all components, styles the UI based on a visual reference. It generates the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript automatically. So let's see how it does that. So I'm just going to proceed it over here. I'm going to accept it. Siege. You can see Antigravity has generated all of these files for us. So at this stage, the app is fully built and it's running locally. And I can test the recipe feed, ingredient list, and user flow directly inside the browser. So since our goal here is to only build the app, we'll just stop at this point. No deployment and no repository setup. So if you want that, if you want me to set up a repository, or if you want me to teach you how you can deploy an app on Netify or anything, you can just comment down below and I'll try to make a video on that as soon as possible. For now, I'll show you that all of these files were created by Antigravity. Now let's see if our app is fine or it's facing some errors. So I'll go over to my terminal and I'll just enter npm run dev. Now this is gonna throw me a URL, so I'll just copy this localhost URL. Now I'm going to my browser, that is Chrome, and I'll just copy this, and now I'll just click on enter. Okay, so our app is working. However, I can see there are a few issues that it's facing. So I don't have an image for that. Let's see if all the other options are working. Okay, this is working. This is also working. This is also working. Okay, we don't have an image here. We don't have an image for this as well. Okay, now let me click on Berry Blast Smoothie. Let me add two large eggs and a chili flake. Add a nutrition taco. Okay, this is working. We get 450 kilocalories per serving. High protein, low sugar. We have vitamins here present as well. So what I came to realize is that there are a few errors that the app is facing, but at the end, it's all a part of iteration. So the more you iterate, the more your app would be better. So try writing these errors that you see inside the anti-gravity prompt box as well, and it's gonna solve all of these issues for you. You don't have to do anything, you just have to describe your problem in the plain English, and anti-gravity will do the rest. So if you also want to add a knowledge base to your code base, then just upload everything to anti-gravity agent and it's going to handle the rest. Now that's the power of vibe coding. We built a mobile app or a web app in literally minutes, and even though there are a few errors, it can always be fixed. And that's how you build a complete dietary app using Google Antigravity, starting from visual inspiration and ending with a fully functional application. So this workflow demonstrates how AI can assist across design, planning and development, and not just coding. So if you want to explore more such AI powered build workflows, just stay tuned to NIIT and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.